We've got no height in the team. Christian Speakman says, hold my beer. Over 6 foot, over 6 foot, over 6 foot. Appears we have another player who is over 6 foot. I'm not going to bother putting the statement on screen, guys, but I'll just quickly read it because it's like literally 2 paragraphs in a sentence and that's it. But here we go. Sunderland AFC have reached an agreement with PSV for the transfer of Jenson Seelt. I think I pronounced that right. Personal terms have been agreed with the 20-year-old centre-back who will travel to the northeast this week to undergo a medical and finalise a move to the Stadium of Light. Seelt made 33 appearances for young PSV, I think, in the Eerste Divisie, I think, anyway, the Dutch second tier during the 22-23 season, and he was also named in the club's senior matchday squad on 9 occasions. The transfer is subject to international clearance. But this transfer, out of all of them, came completely out of the blue. At least with Triantis, Bellingham and Semedo, we actually had concrete links to them for a good while before we ended up signing the 3 of them. But whereas this has just come completely out of the blue, and I think a lot of people prefer that. And to an extent, I do, as long as we get Ellis Sims next. But point is, I think with this one, I mean, look, if you look at that second leg against Luton as an example, where I believe if we had Barton, Ballard, and Stewart, I'm convinced we get to the final. Just for the height alone, really, and Luton overpowered us with height. And the Championship often is about teams having physicality, not as much as League One was, but it's certainly an element. There's certainly an element of that there. But yeah, I mean, this guy apparently is 6'4". Seelt is 6'4", so I will happily take that. But yeah, there's not really much to say on it. I didn't really want to do a full video on it, so because there's not much to go on. There isn't any comments. There's nothing else. But I decided to join this and quickly add a tweet from Fabrizio Romano on Twitter, which I can't remember whichever side of the screen it's going to be, but I will post it whichever way it is. As you can see on the screen, it's a link. It's a screenshot, or yeah, you know what I mean, a physical screenshot of a tweet from Fabrizio Romano, basically talking about Amad Diallo, and in it he's basically saying Amad Diallo's future is pretty much still open rather. Apparently he wants to try and fight for his fit place at Manchester United. Fair enough, as Jamsani said in his video, which I'd recommend you check out, by the way, is understandable. But he said that if Man United loaned him out, basically his first choice would be Sunderland. And I love the fact he wants to come back. It does seem like the club's got under his skin a little bit. Whether Amad comes back, though, whether Amad wants to come back or not, Manchester United still have to agree to this signing. And it might be that Man United look at him in pre-season and decide that he is good enough to be in their squad. First of all, they have to decide he's not good enough to be in the first team squad right now, and secondly, they have to agree to let him come back to the Championship. Now, even if Man United wanted him to come out on loan, I've said this loads of times, I can't see how another season in the Championship benefits them as far as their asset is concerned with Diallo. But don't get me wrong. And I'm a big fan of Speakman and Harvey, and I'm glad that people are finally starting to wake up to how good they've actually done. However, if they get Amad back for another season, this coming season, for 23-24 in the Championship with us, that's got to be probably up there for me as the best deal they've done, because it's the one that for me seemed the least likely, given that we've just had him for a season, and if he came back again, then you never know. I've tried constantly to believe it's not happening, but of course everyone's getting me hopes up for disappointment, aren't they? We'll have to wait and see with Diallo. My gut instinct still says I don't think he'll come back, and I've accepted that, but I would be more than happy to be wrong, more than delighted to be wrong. Anyway, guys, I'll love you and leave you there. As you guys know, blah blah blah. Trying to get a 5k in the near future, so 30% of people who watch aren't subscribed according to my analytics. So if you think I've earned a sub from you, please hit the subscribe button. It does mean a lot. And yeah, wait and see. Unless Sunderland have any more transfers up their sleeve that I don't know about, I'll wait and see what happens. And see what happens over the weekend. My birthday is on Sunday, actually, so it'd be nice if we could say an agreement's been reached with Everton for Ellis Sims. I know I love Ellis Sims. I just want him back. But anyway, see you guys later. Love you all lots. Take care. And as always, stay safe and well.